Oh, come on. Jeez. There we go. Hey, Jessica. Hi, Stony. Hey, Jennifer. Hi, Texas. Hey, Thomas. Sorry I'm late. I was trying to go on using Streamlabs, and I couldn't get the chat to come up. It was offline, so I had to jump back onto StreamYards here, and so that's what took me so long. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So how's everyone doing today? Having a nice weekend? Jessica. Which list, Jessica? Oh, yes, Jennifer. Okay. Yeah, I was going to remind everyone. Tomorrow's daylight savings time. So be sure to set those clocks ahead. Gonna gain a day or an hour, excuse me. An hour, I should say. Sorry to hear that, Jessica. Oh, thank you, Thomas. Yeah, please share out if you can. You're not. I'll just have one of each. Well, giving it a minute or so for people to get in, but I believe there's a couple other people going live right now. Yeah, best of luck, because you never know what might come up in one of my readings. Hi, Cindy. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. Okay. Um, now, I want to tell you all I got some games to play online on the stream. Um, it's called Jackbox TV. I just have to figure out now how to use the screen at the same time. But I thought that would be something different to do. Hi, Lisa Gregg. Um, but they uh, Hotel Mystery, not Hotel Mystery. It's a mystery game, and it kind of reminds you of Saul or something. Um, Kind of creepy, but fun. Oh, got 10 in here now. Cool. Welcome, everyone. And thanks, Thomas, for posting the links. Hey, Tammy Burns, how you doing? Well, there's so many people here. I've got a couple of rooms to show you all that I thought I'd share. Um, Let me turn you down for a second. Okay. Up here at the top, this room, we have Laska Dur, I think Lassa Brujorter. That's a tough one. And it means lock breaker. It's to break locks and fetters to get free from bindings. Um, Anything that you're bound to that you want to break free of. Um, it can be in a physical sense, or literal, or um, metaphysical sense, I guess you'd say. Hi, all. Oh, prospector, a prospector, is that what that is? Or, yeah, Australia. Okay. Welcome. Belinda's here. Belinda, I missed you. Yeah, Lisa. I tried going live on Streamlab, but get the chat to come online. For some reason, I'm gonna have to experiment with it a little bit. So I ended up having to come back over to uh, StreamYards. So sorry about that. Technical. Please stand by. Let me see. I think I got everyone. Oh, thank you, Raven. Yeah, yeah. That was a tough one. Um, we spent so many hours feeding it and holding it. caring for it. I lost, trying to be awake every 2 hours to feed it, and then Wednesday it started acting funny, and that's why I didn't go live Wednesday, because I was pretty upset. I knew something was going to happen. Oh, they are pretty cool looking, aren't they, Lisa? But thank you, Jennifer. This one is to break free that binds you, um, physical sense, or you know, uh, physical sense, and um, Odin's illusionary root is for camouflage, deception. So if you're trying to hide something, you want to use it. So you might want to take a pause and take a picture or whatever. Come back, take a picture. If you want to try these runes out, originally they were done in blood. Now you use red paint or red marker, something like that. Copy the image under your pillow at night and sleep on it, and keep it on your person at all times, and kind of meditate on it when you can. And supposedly they're supposed to help you in these areas. Hi, Tommy. Hi, Lady Nighthawk. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, we lost it. It passed. Well, it was sick on Wednesday and it died sometime early uh, Thursday morning. I was trying to think of the day after. And I don't know if you noticed, I got a new surface here. It's a matte mouse pad, I guess, but it almost fits the complete top of this keyboard stand holder thingy. I thought it was pretty cool looking. It beats what was down there. Anyway, if you're reading, please put an R down in there. So Thomas, if Thomas wouldn't mind, he can write you all down, and I will get set up here in the meantime. Okay, I'm gonna burn the incense, or It's Palo Santo wood and sage. And I'm not going to hold it like I did last time and drop it. That was a real on-screen blooper there. Okay. Perfect. Hey, Sherry. Hi, Miss Shanti. Lots tonight. 15. Cool. Welcome, everyone. I think I said hi to everybody here. That I know of. Okay. Let me start off with the singing bowl. Anyone new here? I don't think so. I think everyone's pretty much been here before. But this is the singing bowl. This is what it looks like. It makes music or sings just by running this wooden kind of looks like a mortar. Or is that a pestle? I forget which one is which. I mean, still being said at the same time, mortar and pestle. Hi, Jamie. Welcome. Okay, if yes, it was Lady Nighthawk. That was a pretty good ringing that time. If you want a rune reading, put an R down in. If I missed anybody saying hi, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to. Oh, and while you all are writing down your R's, I want to show you. I'm wearing my rune shirt. There it is. Oh, wrong way. There it is. Oh, okay, Jamie. Oh. And I really love the mashed potatoes. I love that. I sent Belinda wrote down what she was having. And all like that. And one of those things was mashed potatoes. And I don't know how many of you remember Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. It was a Muppet Christmas special that, oh boy, from late 70s, early 80s. Oh, okay, Thomas. Write down your question, Jessica. I love you too, Jamie. Play this one character on the one Muppet on the program. He loves mashed potatoes. It's hilarious. Will you still be able to have the hip replacement surgery on the 28th of April after Wednesday's surgery? Uh, well, let me turn you back down. Okay, perfect. Jessica wants to know, will she still be able to have the hip replacement surgery on the 28th of April after Wednesday's surgery? Oh, okay, Jessica. Here we go. Here it is. Okay, this one. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, I see non-action. Luck. And a warning. They don't say what the warning is. Let me see. We got this one. Yara. Reward, peace, commitment. So maybe commitment to the date. Also says legalities. I don't know if there's maybe with your insurance or something. I'm not sure there. It's your destiny for it to happen. There's a mystery behind it, though, that it's not saying. Milestones. Privacy. Loss. Well, I'd be talking about the hip surgery, static, not going anywhere. It might be hip surgery taking a while to heal, I think. But it's kind of vague on it, okay? Just from what it looks like, yes, it will still go on. All right. And Best of luck on your hernia surgery too, on both of them. Prayers. All right, Thomas, who's next? Texas 3. Okay, Texas, what's your question? Oh, I bet, Jessica. Boy, for you, it just seems to be one thing after another happening right now. I'm sorry to hear. When it rains, it pours. But try to calm down, take it easy. Try not to get too upset over it because, um, keep a positive attitude. That's always one of the best healing medicines you can give attitude. Try not to worry. Okay. Texas wants to know if your losing money has anything to do with some legal or illegalities that may or may not take place. Okay. Is Texas's losing money have anything to do with or illegalities that may or not? That one's might be a tough one to answer. That one. These. Okay. Terminations. Starting afresh, basically, starting from the beginning again. I see ambition, a breakthrough, growth. The growth is always good in your earnings, uh, messages, career, right action. Right action and you're in control. Prosperity, mountains to climb. It looks like me will be coming. It's going to take some work, but it things are ways. Reason something old is coming to an end or will come to an end. Um, a change of strategy, maybe. Some sort of change is going to happen. But growth and it's going places. It's it's a good reading. Okay, who's next? Oh, on the 18th. Wow. But at least you'll be good once it's over. You should. Okay, Jennifer's next. What's your question, Jennifer? This deadly virus. This one's standing up. Oh. Okay, can you hear me now? Sorry, I'm not sure how much that of that you all heard, but um, yeah, okay. You can hear me now. I don't know why it just stopped on me. That's right, Texas. Yeah. Okay, Prospector. Um, it doesn't say how long it's going to last. That's a mystery. The runes can't predict it. I guess there's too many variables to it. Um, there will be a lot of deaths. And um, what was the last part? Protection. It said people's going to have to use protection when going out in public and stuff, being careful about public places and all like that. So, Lisa, you can hear? Huh. Okay. Jamie. Oh, I know Jennifer. Hey, Nat. Oh, Lisa. Can someone tell her to maybe refresh? Yes, use good judgment. Um, and I don't want to start a panic or anything with anyone. I'm just reading what the cards or the runes have. Thank you, Thomas. Oh, okay, Lisa. That's cool. Okay. But no, it didn't give us a time. It said it's a mystery as far as time periods go. I'm just repeating this for Lisa. um, it said there will be a lot of people by the time it's through, and people's going to have to start using protection and cautions. Lisa's next. Okay, Lisa, what's your question? Wow. Danielle and her kids are going to be safe. Lisa wants to know. Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. Lisa wants to know Danielle and her kids are going to be safe. Yeah, Tammy, I heard. I heard read something about the virus likes to stay on metal a lot. It has a longer lifespan on things like that. So that might be why on a can it might still be on there. It can stay airborne for 10 feet before it drops to the ground. It's a very sensitive it's fast. Um, I learned a lot of interesting facts. No one had any. Wow. Oh, okay, Tammy. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to Lisa. Will Danielle and her kids uh, be safe with? Wow, I'm feeling a lot of push from these two. Okay. Um, uh, Separation of some sort. Um, Possibly some ill feelings. Maybe overall things just aren't progressing, aren't going anywhere, aren't changing. Potential freedom. Oh, but possible consequences. Ambition, light, breakthrough, growth. Sounds somewhat positive. Uh, oh, victim alone. Um, Boy, Lisa, this last one kind of worries me. Victim. Um, I can't really get a good sense though of what this is trying to say. Um, Separation or ill feelings, freedom or conclusion, growth, ambition, breakthrough. Boy, victim alone. Hmm. Honestly, Lisa, I don't know how to read this. Um, Maybe you'll get some understanding out of some of those. Um, you're very worried for her. Okay. Um, Boy, I don't like that victim thing. Uh, that's just one of the rooms of that room now. It could be alone. Uh, Maybe isolation, gonna keep to themselves or something. You're gonna buy a lot of Lysol. Oh, okay, Lisa. Okay, that's good. I'm glad because it wasn't making a whole lot of sense to me. Oh, I like bleach water myself. I know that's not good for all surfaces, but who's next? Thomas. Tommy's next. Okay. Tommy, what is your question for the runes? Oh, we got 17 in the house now. Cool. Yeah, be sure to hit that like button. Thumbs up, please. Hmm. The pain I'm having is at my kidney. Ooh. I'm not sure how these might answer that, or if they can, but they often surprise me. Oh, that's it. I see inactivity. Um, tensions. I guess being in pain causes a lot of tensions and prevents you from being active. Let's see what else it has to say. Come on. There we go. I believe I got some on all of these. Okay. Temptations, escaping. Disappointment, loss, money problems. Potential, conclusion. Some really emotional discovery. Uh, boy, I just can't see really an answer to your question here, Tommy. I don't know if the runes would possibly answer that kind of question. There's a lot of emotion going on and stuff. And like I said, pain will cause that. But it doesn't say which is which. Okay? Sorry, Tommy. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. I'm seeing 17 on my screen. Okay, who is next? Why was what deleted, Belinda? Did I miss something? Yes, prayers for you, Tommy. I hope they find the problem and take care of it. Cindy's next. Okay, Cindy. Oh, okay, Cindy. I'm sorry to hear that. Everything in her life is going to hell. Is it going to get better soon? Sudden change. It's a matter of timing. Fortune. Fortune's coming your way. So there will be a sudden change. I only felt it on this one. Mm, I see impatience. Okay. Be patient. I think that's what it's trying to say. Be patient. It's going to suddenly change. And your good fortune's going to come back. All right. Just hang in there. Say how long. But be patient. Better. Okay, Miss Shante. What's your question for the runes? You're welcome, Cindy. I'm glad I could give some good. Okay, what's coming March? What's coming in March for Miss Shante? Oh, that's all I've seen from this. Okay, boy, for some reason you're going to go against your conscience. Um, there's going to be some sort of temptation, and it looks like you might do something that you might not otherwise do. Um, boy, I see you being vulnerable, possibly misled. Excuse me, and possibly used by others. Boy, a rough month for you. Um, but oh, you'll be tested, but at the same time, you'll gain wisdom from it all. So I guess what it's saying is take it as a learning experience. What what happens, you know, try to take it in and learn from it. Sorry, I couldn't say more on it. It looks like it's just going to kind of a rough month for you. Oh, is DP in here? Hi, DP. Hello to everyone I might have missed. You're welcome, Miss Shante. Okay, who is next? Jamie is next. Okay, Jamie. Jamie wants a general. Come on, center. And that one, no. Okay, Jamie, I see changes, movement, trust. Something's coming to an end. Yeah, you might have to give up on something old. I see some dissatisfaction, misery, fear, impatience. Sacrifice, but you'll remain. You'll hold on to your courage. You won't lose your courage, which always is a plus. And yeah, persevere, success. Okay, yeah, you're going to be tested somehow. It's going to be rough in there somewhere. Probably this change coming in the future. Well, this change, and that's talking about change too. Except this is a little bit more negative change, and this is more of a positive change. You seem satisfied with what will change, not happy. But like I said, you'll survive it. You're a warrior. You're strong. You'll get through it with successfully. All right. Yeah, you got one of those names, Jamie, like I do. People don't know which gender it is. Okay, that's all for the rune readings. Cool. Okay. Let me take a brief break. Let me see. Dice. I'll do dice next. If you want a dice reading, put a D in chat. And I need to refresh my coffee, so I'll be. Oh, and there is no question for dice. So you don't have to worry about coming up with a question. Okay, I'm back. Wow. A lot of D's coming up. Okay, let's see here. Ah, I don't see a question, Cindy. You mean the one you asked previously? Um, is that the one you're talking about? The one you asked for the runes? That question? Okay. Oh, it's on the screen because I'm not seeing anything there. Let me, I'm sorry, Cindy. I don't see it up there. Well, that's weird. In my banners up there at all. Is there anything up there now? Sorry, Cindy. I would have. I got it. Okay. Hey, it's you. Now I changed to Belinda. Oh. Okay. Jeez. StreamYards. Let me try this again. Now take that off. Okay, is it gone now? Now you're there. And I'm sorry, folks. Oh, there you go. Hey, that got it, Cindy? Okay. All right. Thank you all. That's wild because I could not see that at all. No, I could. But this time there wasn't anything down there. Yeah, yeah, Jessica. I seem to be having a hard one. First, I try using Streamlabs and can't get it to work, and I don't know. Oh, my incense went out again. So, who's first for the dice? Yeah, trial and error. Ain't that the truth? Jessica's first. Okay, Jessica. You've got um let me see. You've got fire, lesser fire over air. Lesser fire over air. Hasty passion rejected by clear thought. It is not yet time to put plans into. The obvious reading for this combination is that the fire fails to replace air and instead has its energy rejected by the less emotional, calmer air. This can be positive. Fire's potentially explosive emotion is now guided by rational thinking with greater precision. Fire and air together can up, but in this case, the danger is defeated by rational plans or unclouded thought. Aggression is rejected. Any exuberant actions will be controlled by the more powerful mental restraint that air brings. If the fire was a passionate call to action, then it will fail and people will not be swayed by it. The flames here simply have no fuel and they blow themselves out in the breeze. Similarly, a plea to a lover to abandon common sense and run away on an adventure will also fail. Look at Air's example and think rationally instead of being driven by urgent needs. This can often represent the failure of an attempt to change mental plans into physical actions. You had an idea, you wanted to excitedly run with it, but the time isn't right. This doesn't have to be a negative outcome. The idea could be more work at the planning before you're ready, or the uncooperative impatience of fire might be an unwelcome addition to your calm plans that you never wanted in the first place. Either way, this combination message is that rushing into things before they're ready will not help you achieve them. You need to be smart and use your mind to check the possibilities before opening them up to a world of fast action. Sometimes this reading can also mean change, or no, I'm sorry, an abrupt ending, or the forces of air that cannot be appealing to emotionally will cause a snuffing out of a bright situation. If the fire is due to go out, then use this in the most positive way that you can. Take the opportunity to see it clearly with the intellect of air. What are your thoughts to make the best outcome? While a lot of these situations sound negative, this reading is free crowd will see common sense. The loud lies of an agitator will be seen as false and ignored. Air resists the angrier parts of fire is an extremely good outcome in many cases. If you if you desperately wanted the fire, then be aware of what it takes to build one that will last. Earthy fuel, dry conditions, planning. Don't run in before it's ready, and use any setback to build a better one. Okay. So don't be hasty. Take your time and think things over first. Who's next, Thomas? Oh, the smoke is going up to the camera. I wish I could describe it, Tammy. It's got a woody smell. Well, like Albert would say, it smells like stinky feet. The sage does. So think of a stinky wood. No, I don't think it's so bad. But sage and wood mixed together, and it's a good scent wood. Palo Santo. Jamie's next. Okay, Jamie, you're next. What do we have here? We have greater sun over air. Greater sun over air. Let me look it up. Greater sun over air. Here it is. 74. Greater sun over air. Freedom to celebrate life and success and comfort. Air has none of the emotions of water, lusts of fire, or rich material comforts of earth. When the sun comes in to replace it, this potential hollowness melts away in a warm glaze. The sky now has a bright, hopeful sun in it, and we're free to celebrate the joy of living. All of the aspects necessary for a celebration will be provided, and it is time to relax and take a deep breath in the warm sunshine. Celebrating is an important business, especially when you're coming from a place where feelings and emotions weren't the priority. If you were asking about the outcome of a specific event, then this combination gives easy, happy success. It can also be a message that you need to take time away from overthinking and just have fun, realizing that the passage of time means that days off are to be treasured and valued, not put on hold until later. Don't dismiss things potentially too. The sun was often associated with air, and the pairing gives an outcome full of health and a happy, bringing out your true self in a strong and vibrant way, and all that come with confidently, can just add to the effect of effectiveness of its healing power. Excuse me. A shining sun has nothing to extend its reach all over the land. This can bring success, reason, and healing, but it can also give you nowhere to hide. The moon may give some darkness to cover those who act against social norms, but it may be a place to shelter from the truth, or from the expectations of others. The sun helps with this, dissolving the rigid blocks of bureaucracy and law with a momentum to for rightness to prevail and the right person to gain their place. Where there might have been hardship or a focus away from material things, there will now be a warming influence of health and comfort. Most of the readings with a greater sun are overwhelmingly positive. This one doesn't have a raging fire or a mysterious moon to wrestle with, but it's warm and brings success to the mind and thoughts. This means a happy and forward-looking mindset. Relax and enjoy the sunshine. Okay. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Who's next, Thomas? Oh, yeah, I love Palo Santo too. I don't, Tammy, I don't like stinky feet. Lady Nighthawk is next. Hey. Lady Nighthawk. Give me just a sec. Here we go. Lady Nighthawk. You're welcome, Jessica. Whoa. Way over there. Okay, we have lesser air over air. Lesser air over air. Subtle and wise advice, careful steering, skillful flying between turbulent currents. Where the existing situation for air, usually concerning matters of thought or communication. One of the positive meanings of lesser air is of someone choosing not to dominate, but to deliberately use a quiet voice. The lesser air is like a knife carefully inserted into the calm spaces between winds. This combination often signifies wise advice from a sensible source. They let the stronger air blow and choose to act when the time is right. The advice will be of the best sort. You should listen for it instead of ignoring it in favor of the louder voices. Most lesser influences also carry an aspect of failure, however, as they are not powerful enough to overcome the existing element. In this case, there is someone to the wind, but being unheard. Air's correspondences means that it's possible that this possible defeat is usually of an intellectual nature. So the initial error could be a puzzle, which the new influence was not sufficient to overcome. If this occurs, there are two answers: to take an even more intellectual approach and attempt to bring greater air to the problem and succeed, or if you don't feel like mental reserves for that, to bring in a different element. A reading with two air elements in it has no structure at all, no ties to the earth, not even the strong guiding lights of the sun or moon to speak to the inner self. You can look at the actions at fire's bold challenge. Excuse me, water's accepting embrace, and moon's untamed intuition, and use these to solve the problem instead. Lesser areas mean we feel unable to breathe as a storm whirls around us. The key is to concentrate on being lesser until you are ready, quietly focusing on yourself, getting air into your lungs, gathering your wits. If a problem is not too difficult, pull your mental focus inward until you have recovered your balance. The strong winds can blow you upside down, so the first step is to learn to right yourself within them. Then you can look whether to bring a new approach to the issue instead of trying to look with more air. Lesser air is a chance to withdraw and look for allies. You don't have to be alone, and even if the help that a friend acting as the advisor gives, it is also air. This is an opportunity to look around at the wisdom that any of the other elements could bring before proceeding. Okay, Jamie. You're welcome, Jessica. You're welcome, Lady Nighthawk. All right, who's next, Thomas? Oh, Lisa's next. Okay. You were right on that, Thomas, before I even asked. Okay. This is greater air over, what was that dice sign? Virgo, that's Virgo, that's Earth. Okay, greater air over Earth. A lot of air elements going around. $130. Bringing freedom to a stagnant situation. Earth's heavy solidity is overcome by superior winds here, which can be both liberating and scary. Air brings many benefits: freedom from constrictions, knowledge, and foresight to quickly make decisions, and escape from tradition and duty. It can bring better communication and knowledge through writing, speech, and thought, and leaps of intellect. But air's movement is quick and unpredictable, changing direction and whistling around obstacles. When it is greater than the Earth's influence, this freedom knocks down walls and lets ideas leap out in new directions. There is not a lot of security or comfort in this chaotic movement. Earth's heavy rock is dependable. Its changes slow and careful. Moving away from this is not always pleasant, so it is important to concentrate on what is gained, intellectual connections, to rely on logic and facts instead of just following what has already always been done, to embrace the freedom of soaring instead of building fortifications. If you have been feeling trapped, this will be a chance to leap ahead in ingenuity. Confining walls are blown away, free to move, losing the heavy chains of earth in favor of taking to the skies, and keeping the solid earth beneath you is much more stable than having an element suspended over air or fire. Several combinations of the elements show us ideas taking physical form, but this does the opposite. It moves away from reliable, dependable structures and shoots up into the air, letting thoughts and speech escape into wild flight. Earth below could meant that this adventure is made safe, but the move is greater air, so it is so large that it is more appropriate to think of it as the shaking house. Big things are going to happen mentally. If you think outside the usual limits, throw yourself into furiously overthinking the problem and stop keeping the answers connected to money or home duties. You can let it go whenever it wants, wherever it wants. The open space of thinking with the eventual real world consequences. This is important for the process of inventing new answers, but be aware that Earth is the weaker element here, signifying a possible loss of the things it provides. Don't let home, career, or money, but do check afterwards that your ideas you've reached haven't totally cut you off from support. If you've been excuse me, if you've been feeling confined or trapped, then these winds will blow down the walls and bring freedom. Our minds are not limited by what is happening to our bodies or our homes. This is a reading of chains being broken and soaring freedom gain. Cool. Kennethson. Welcome, welcome. Right now, Kenneth, I'm reading dice. If you want a reading, put a D in chat. So who's my next victim here? Thomas? Okay, Tommy's next. Did you, Lisa? Okay, that's cool. I'm glad. Okay, you have water over water, lesser water over water. Okay, emotions nurtured, gentle happiness and refreshment. Water can be a challenge element, and when it is disrupted by another coming in great strength, then the upheaval of emotions can be severe. This reading doesn't do that. Instead, it soothes the water with a light rain. It assures us that the emotional connections are the right ones to pursue and provide its own caring touch. This reading provides a peaceful, restful environment for healing. There is no heat or forbidding walls, only the calming sound of rain on water. Yes, you will get wet without the shelter of earth or the heat of fire, but a pleasant rain in a more calming environment does not need to be fought against. Embrace the caring properties of water. With no solid ground, there is no choice but to go with the flow and appreciate the beauty that is given to us. If someone is feeling particularly vulnerable, then it's true that there is no shelter from even this light rainfall. However, the message is one of support. The emotions you are already feeling are valid, and providing a pleasant, supportive scene here is ironically giving you the strength to look forward and find a new element next. There is only water in this picture, but the new influence has failed and is lessening in strength. This means that trying a different one now could be even more successful. The most pleasant way to enjoy the music of raindrops and chirping frogs in a lily pond is to be under the shelter right next to it. The rain is beautiful to look at as it hits the pond surface and the green plants, but it's even better when you're seeing it from somewhere up. Earth is therefore one of the best elements to move to when your world is full of water. A mountain made of tough rock is not swayed by joyous or sad emotion and quickly change its course if there is an obstacle. Building ourselves a shelter out of earth can help soak up and give a good foundation for moving on to future things. To endure and take solace from the well-meaning support of the new gentle water here. This is not an unpleasant place to be, and the rain has to stop sometime. While we gaze out over the pond, we can be refreshed for the next challenge. This is a place of safety, but also a reminder that you want things to change. You need to put a good foundation in place to make. Yeah, Thomas. Well, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, Thomas needs one too. Who was next on the list, Thomas? I'll work you in 1, 2 here. Yeah, Thomas does a great job. I keep saying I'd be lost, like I am right now. Hmm. Oh, here it is. I got so much stuff on my desk. Okay. Smell. That's all for dice reading. Okay, Thomas. Let me read you one. Okay. You have greater fire over water. Over water. $110. Determination is to succeed against all odds. When fire comes into a situation and finds nothing but water, and yet goes on existing and triumphing the water. That flame will never die. This reading is for the classic example of success through sheer willpower and drive. Emotionally, we find these two elements once again splitting a range of possible feelings between them. Water covers love, but also all the cold and dragging grief and pain that comes from heartbreak. Fire has lust, attraction, and hot determination. Drives off the negative, heavy emotions with fun, passionate energy. There are dangers to this as well. Fire can be destructive, angry. The water being driven away could have been compassion and love, losing out to short-sighted, burning rage. Regardless, this fire refuses to be extinguished. Whether it is friend or foe, you must take notice of it in any plans. It sustains itself without fuel. It does not weaken, and it is sure and determined. Fire and water coming together is a result of fire's triumph. Also represents technology. Steam turbines and trains harness the power of these two elements, which cannot exist together, crashing in combat. In some pairings, the elements we see, the final relationship is a still flowing, allowing some form of each to exist in the new way. This isn't true for fire and water. They fight, and they do not coexist during the time that one of them is being. This is where the connection is seen. To steam is seen. To steam seen. In the temporary and dynamic generation of a new form of water, which will itself disappear soon as well, that movement and energy can be transferred to our own use, and the conflict drives progress. A defiant flame existing on water and flourishing despite the hostile environment is a source of great power. It doesn't care what others think or whether they believe it can succeed. It will succeed through power, courage, and high energy. If you feel your cause has no hope, no support, or resources, then this reading says that the strength of your will alone is enough for you to keep it going. If you are already struggling, this becomes a rallying cry to tell you you will succeed. Eventually, the landscape will change to only contain the greater fire, as all water is driven away. This means change to everything except the single mind purpose that fire has. To succeed, make the fire your own, or alternately, take steps to stop it and not using water. Assumptions that traditional ways will slow its progress are wrong and shouldn't be casually relied on. It is invincible. Hi, Katende. Richard. We have a Richard in here? Huh. I don't see a Richard. I might be overlooking it. Oh, you're welcome, Thomas. Okay, it's still going. Cool. Okay, I need a short break to keep my voice going here. Next up will be the tarot cards. If you want a tarot reading, put a T in chat. And have a question ready for me, please. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, Prospector. Okay, Thomas is your uncle. Yeah, he mentioned that he had brought some people in. Well, I'm glad you returned. Sorry I'm so tongue-tied tonight. Oh, Dollface is in the hospital. Oh, well, prayers for her. Jessica, will I heal fast Wednesday after my surgery? Do you know what's wrong with Dollface? Heal fast Wednesday after her surgery. Okay. This says here that it's going to take some time, but you have a lot of control over the situation. And your outlook is going to concentrate more on um, yourself than so much of a spiritual outlook. You'll look inward a lot more, do some soul searching. Um, I see some bad advice or conflict, possibly um, with possibly a man, red hair, possible father figure. Um, I'm not sure, but you're going to have some sort of conflict of interest here, or else he might try to give or this person, I'll say. A lot of times this will represent the sometimes. Um, but it looks like you're in control of them. Um, if you want to, then I guess you got his orders, and do everything he says and keep a positive attitude. But it is going to take a little while, regardless. Who was next? Prayer Dollface. Lisa's next. Is my daughter going to meet a nice guy soon? Will Lisa's daughter meet a nice guy soon? Wow. Okay, I see things haven't been going exactly the way she's wanted them to. And it looks like things just might be working out in favor of it. But then again, something happens. Something pretty major happens, and it maybe it's a potential suitor for her, but that seems to fall apart. Maybe they have a fight or something. And it looks like she's going to take some time instead of trying to jump into a relationship after this happens. She's going to take some time to just sit back and think things through before jumping back into anything. This might have been her past too. It normally is the present, but might be her past too. Maybe she's gotten into it with somebody here recently or so. But yeah, she's not going to find someone right away. She's going to sit back and contemplate. Make sure that that don't happen again. Oh, okay, Thomas. Lag. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't help it. Really, I can't. You're welcome, Lisa. All right. Who's up after Lisa, Thomas? It makes sense. Okay. Texas is next. Texas, what is your question? Okay. Texas wants to know what will my life look like if I buy a pool service company? Pretty wet. I couldn't resist that. Sorry. What will Texas's life look like? Pool service company. Full service company. Okay, your judgment's been off in the past. Things are going to change, though. I see you being able to move ahead with no regret, although you're still juggling an issue. This shows that anything's possible. You're going to have the world at your feet. So it'd be my guess what this is trying to say is yes, this pool service looks like it might be in your best interest. Now don't buy it just on my reading here, but that is what it's indicating right now. You're juggling the issue, but you're gonna be able to move ahead with no regret, and that there's a lot of open possibilities for you. Okay, is Prospector next? Richard? Tommy's next. Okay. Tommy, it's your question for the tarot. Well, you're welcome, Texas. And best of luck to you if you do go through with it. Tommy wants to know, does my family care about me? Oh, okay. Hold on, Richard. Let me get Tommy. I thought it might be your turn. Sorry about that. Tommy wants to know, does Tommy's family care about him? Hmm. I see some problems in the past. I mean, in the past. And boy, something's going to happen. Um, not good, or it has recently happened, or will soon happen. It's not good. It possibly involves a woman, maybe a mother, uh, dark hair, um, to represent money, like she holds the wealth, or maybe she advises monetary issues. She knows what she's talking about as a woman. And here we have another woman over here, and it might be the same one. I'm not sure. But with all of these, it looks like there is a good possibility a woman is involved in this, possibly a mother figure, like I said. And I see a victory with her. So it seems like she does care. I don't know about other, but she's coming through real strong. It might be your, she's really caring and concerned about you. I don't know about anyone else, but this person seems to come up very predominantly. Oh, you're welcome, Texas. Okay. All right, Tommy. So if nothing else, I'd say your mom or any mother figure you have in your life, she cares. I can tell you that much. Anyone else for tarot reading? Is Richard next? You're welcome, Tommy. Richard's next. Okay. Richard, boy, that's kind of an intense. Um, this was your question of your Gemini twins, yin and yang. Um, I have a hard time making important decisions. Easier to choose if I. Well, hard to say, Richard. Maybe do you think you can rephrase that? Okay, above. Um, Asking about how to make choices. Let me try this and see what we come. Okay, it shows here possibly a man. Someone knows their stuff. You somebody. It could be like a father. Uh, Not necessarily, but probably. Um, he knows his stuff, and he would give you good advice if you asked. I see a happy ending here, or a happy event coming up. But you're in the middle of this all. You're kind of thinking about your next step. How do you go about it? It's like things are good or happening around you, but you're so you're concentrating on this decision thing. Um, just basically, I would say go with the flow. Um, your heart will what choice to make. Um, if not, your mind will. But it looks like you've done enough resting and thinking about it, and now um, either take the advice from this person or just think about it carefully. It does look positive, though. It does look like things are going to go well here coming up. All right. Okay, was that everyone for the tarot? Okay, Jamie. Carrie would like a general reading. Okay. Carrie wants a general reading. Wow. Um, it looks like something you've been working towards. Not sure if you're ever going to achieve it. Something is going to work out here, and it's going to work out for the best. Um, you're going to be in control. It's a very magical time. Also, a very happy time. I see happiness in the household. You're going to stop thinking about what you'd like to do, and dreaming about it and act on it. And it looks like you're going to make the right choice because you're going to be very happy with it. And you will proceed with something, whatever this decision is. You're welcome, Jamie. Okay. I wanted to remind you all again, this is daylight savings. If you turn your clock then for the daylight savings time, tonight's the night. Well, this morning coming up is I think it's at 2 a.m. It jumps to 3 a.m. Okay. Let me do some oracle cards. Let's see. I'll give a group reading. Well, you all can vote while I'm getting the group reading together here. I want you to vote on which deck I'll be reading from. And I have another one on the way. I'm still waiting for it. I've been waiting for or so. It's probably coming through snail mail. Okay. So to vote, put an S if you want mystical shaman, oracle. Put an M if you want moonology. A for angels and ancestors. R if you want the rune cards read. And G if you want the Gilded Reverie deck. What one's O? Oh, an oracle card reading. Okay. Okay. I'm shuffling for the group card. And the winner, oh, it looks like it's going to be A. Oh. Oh. Well, I was shuffling and these two cards came out. So, the minstrel, which is let your intentions be known. And we have the green man, which says, the forces of nature favor you. The green man. I can leave it this way. Let me read the minstrel first and see what that says. The minstrel is a poet and musician who sings heartfelt ballads and songs of good cheer. He represents a harmonious union as well as a musical and artistic creativity. He professes his thoughts and intentions for all to hear, but has a tendency, an unrealistic outlook, and to wear his heart on his sleeve. And the Green Man is the Green Man is the guardian of the forest. Thus he represents a deep reverence for all living things and a love of the outdoors. The forces of nature favor you. Okay, that was for everybody. Some of you it might apply than others. Oh, you can also have Madame Mendora's fortune cards. You all voted on A. Sorry about that. Before I have to give you that option. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let me put these back. Angels and ancestors. Are you welcome, Lisa? Yeah, they were pretty good, Tammy. I thought so. Jessica's first. Okay, Jessica. Let me see what oracle card you get. Jessica gets Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. Peacekeeper. Um, 58. Choose peace and happiness every day, rather than trying to prove a point for what's important. The Peacekeeper is a wise Native American woman by White Buffalo Woman. Peace pipe, which is emblematic of surrendering the need to fight and offering harmony instead. She smokes a peace pipe. She is a soul who needs to know what it's like to feel under threat and to stand up for what she believes in and what is right. Her medicine helps you road in every situation, even if you're under pressure to make a quick decision. It's a reminder within your hands lies the power to make the right choice for all involved. You may be feeling a bit on edge due to a stressful situation. There's a warrior within you that wants to prove your point and get the truth across. But you're being reminded by ancient wisdom that truth will always be revealed in the end. It's more important at this time to avoid arguments or heated discussions where you know you'll be fighting in a losing battle. There's much more power in choosing to move forward from a higher perspective. This will allow you to connect deeply to the guidance within, and the intuition lead you toward the healing of the whole situation, along with any wounds that may have been inflicted on you. Choose peace. You know it's calling you. So, peace out. Yeah, it is beautiful artwork. Okay, who's after Jessica? That fits, huh? Well, that's cool, Jessica. Yeah, anyone that wants a card, put a no in chat. Let Thomas know. Lisa's next. Let me shuffle these for Lisa. Lisa. Lisa has Protection Guardian. Drop your shield. Protection Guardian, drop your shield. $112. Any shields of shame, resistance, and fear that are standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun. Know that you don't need to hide who you are or the gifts that you have. You are born to shine. The Protection Guardian is a feminine version of Archangel Michael. She is fierce, protective, yet loving warrior angel who carries an indescribable power and will come to all who call upon her. She will help you drop your fear-based shields and move into a loving, protective force field that will keep you safe, but allow your gifts to shine out. Although she is here to guard you from lower energies, she is completely relaxed, serene, and confident because she trusts that love will always prevail. You may have encountered shame or embarrassment in your past, but that is not your present. Angels are drawing close at time to help you move beyond any limiting thoughts, emotions, and patterns that may be making you feel unsafe. Know that it ain't just whirling around you at this and will help you move forward in a more fearless way. Call on your guides for help in changing your frequency so that you can feel safe and protected this time. You are stronger than you think, and your angels and ancestor guides are here to help you realize this. You're stronger than you think. Yes, prayers, Jessica. Okay, good night, Jessica. Thanks for stopping in. All right, who is after Lisa? You're welcome, Lisa. Richard's next. Okay. Richard. Direction Guardian. Choose your path. You got the Direction Guardian. Choose your path. $96. Here we go. Connect with your deepest desires, then choose the path that will make your heart and soul sing. The Direction Guardian card represents the angels of direction. These amazing angels are the ones who come to us when we are at crossroads and don't know which way to go. We are unsure of what is right for us or for the bigger picture. They can help us to know what is best for all involved. The Direction Guardian card refers to the vision of the Hebrew prophet Ezekiel, who is said to have seen an angel in 4 different faces. One was a child, a cherub, one was a bull, one was a lion, and one was an eagle. These 4 faces show that angels can appear in many guises and guide us in many different directions, but always for our highest good. Your path isn't set in stone, and your angels and guides have no expectations for you, nor should yourself. There are many directions you can take. None of them are wrong, but they will all hold perfect opportunities to grow and learn. But life is to be enjoyed and savored. So if you know that there's a decision to be made, and particularly if you're feeling indecisive, choose the path to make you light up, and choose with your heart. Well, that might answer that other question you had, Richard, about making choices. Choose with your heart. Hi, Tatiana. Okay, Tatiana, you just wait till your name is called, Tatiana. I'm going in order of. Oh yeah, Richard, it does. I'm going in order of, so you'll get on the list. And welcome. Glad you could join us. Okay, Thomas, who's next? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm reading oracle cards. Early in the stream, I read runes and dice and tarot cards. Now I'm on to the oracle cards. It's fate talking to you. You're welcome, Richard. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Richard, it does sound like fate's talking to you. I hope it's telling you what is you need to do. What decision. Oops. Okay, this one we have the great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. And Jesus was like the great teacher. Learn from spiritual experience. Okay. Know that what is happening around you is divinely, and learn from current experiences, then share them with others. This card was inspired by Jesus, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all time. A great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredible one. Sense of serenity and harmony, which because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through sign and experiencing peace and joy. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher way. It shows you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You are having a spiritual experience at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There's a chance you may have you've been having it. Oh, hold on. There's a chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. Okay. Yeah, that was for Tammy. Okay, Thomas, who's next? Okay, Tammy. Well, that definitely seemed to be your card then. You're welcome. Jamie's up next. Okay. Let me shuffle these for Jamie. Jamie. Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Star Ancestor. The 76. Heed the messages coming directly from your soul. The Star Ancestors is a Native American term for extraterrestrial-like beings who are dedicated to the healing and growth of the world. These incredible beings are divine embodiment of love who bring wisdom from the higher realms. Often people feel sense of connectedness when they look up into the night sky and see this. I believe that's becoming their starry connections, and those are what this card represents. The star ancestor is reminding you that you have otherworldly support and that your friends from the stars can help you if you are willing to be helped. They can support you in connecting with and following your soul's deepest calling. There is no deeper purpose in your journey. Not only were you born on purpose, you were born for a purpose. You were born to be a bright light in the world, and there are supporters out there in this universe sent to guide you at this time. Information and inspiration that has been coming your way recently is not new information, but memories. Your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You are being drawn toward a road that will not only light you up, but also help you light up in the corner of your world. Continue following this cosmic guidance that is coming your way. Okay. And just one oracle reading per person, please. Who was next, Thomas? See, I like to do just one of each thing because the more I try of any certain thing, the worse the reading gets. And sometimes they get pretty bad. So I stick to just one per person. Tatiana. Okay, Tatiana. This card's for you. You have warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. Warrior. Don't back down. Make your opinions heard. Don't settle for second best. A warrior is anyone who is ready and willing to know themselves and do what needs to be done in order to get where they want to be. In this deck, the warrior embodies the fierce primal love, the warrior within, the energy you can call on to protect yourself. Even if you don't think you love yourself, if you are exposed to a situation or dangerous, take to protect yourself from fierce love. Is called surrounded by dark light. The warrior within is made of light and has the capacity to shine even more brightly when facing darkness head on. You are experiencing fear at this time means that whatever's going on is important. Remember, you feel fear. You are on the verge, perhaps a move that is going to really help you move forward. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face with someone or something that's been unsettling you, know that you are being guided to call upon your inner warrior. Don't falter and don't be frightened because you have the energy to protect yourself now and at all times. Oh, we have oh, Marie went live. Okay. Well, was there anyone else? I'll hurry up and wrap. There's no one else. Welcome, Brianna. Oh, she's doing the spirit box. Okay. Is that everybody then? That's all you see? Okay. Well, cool. Good night, Lisa. And thanks for coming by. Well, you're welcome, Richard. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Okay, well, set your clock tonight or this morning coming up. And y'all have a great weekend. Rest of your weekend. And remember, believe. Here, I'll turn y'all back up. Peace. Thanks for coming. You're welcome, everyone. Good night. And thank you, Thomas.